Okay, we are final descent to wrap the last scene before lunch break. 2 passes, then clear second. Oh shoot, we just lost our next location. Emergency, tower to first unit. Originally scheduled location is closed. Abort the company move. Let's admit it, being a first AD feels like sitting in a flight control center. Everything can change in an instant. And when it does, you're the one expected to respond quickly and calmly. That's why you need your own control tower, all the moving parts in front of you, because you can't guide a crew safely and you can't build a realistic schedule if you don't have the full overview. So here's another video for all you hardworking people on set and at the production office, and today's topic is multi-view shooting scheduling. Alright my friends, let's go into the shooting scheduling section of Yamdu. And here you can already see the multi-view. I have like a calendar view on the left and I have the stripboard on the right. On the stripboard, on those scenes 5, 6, and 7, there are red flags due to the airport set, which is actually Burbank Airport in Los Angeles. So the easiest thing, of course, would be to try to shoot those 3 scenes on a different day when the location becomes available again. But if I move it down to another day, we have a conflict, a red flag for ID 6, the role of Lady Henderson. That's actually our actress Meryl Sweet, right? So, and even if I move it, farther down the line to other shooting days, I still have that conflict. So let's quickly switch the view to the day out of day view. So, well, for the role of Lady Henderson for Meryl Sweet, we actually do have a lot of off periods. Actually, she is out the next 2 weeks. So that's gonna be a big problem, right? So just in case you're wondering where those off periods come from, you can manage those in the specific areas, for example, for cast, in this case then for our actress Meryl Sweet, but also of course for sets and locations and so on and so on. All right, so another idea would be maybe there is not really a dialogue by Lady Henderson, right? Maybe we don't need Meryl in person here, so let's switch to the script mode and let's quickly check and read, and yeah, of course, that doesn't solve the problem. She has a lot of dialogue in all those scenes. So I guess we have no other choice. We need to shoot that scene today. So we need to find another location. So let's quickly switch to the map view. And I love the map view. So in this case, let's maybe switch to kind of full view for the map part. All right, let's take a look. So here we do have our current location, location A. That is actually the RE building in Burbank. And that's why I wanted to just, have a small company move after the lunch break to Burbank Airport, which is just like, 20 minutes or something. All right, but that's not available anymore. So let's take a look what else we had like from previous location scouting times, right? So let's zoom out a bit and I have a nice map of Los Angeles. And here you can also see, those kind of lines here, the circle, those are the zones, the studio zone and the secondary studio zone for Los Angeles. The same, for example, is available for New York. So the director also liked San Bernardino Airport, but as you can see, this is quite far away, right? That's kind of completely out of the zones. Here, I guess we have to accept, we have to go all the way to San Bernardino after lunch. All right. Let's take a look at San Bernardino Airport. Of course, I can access all the information from like my database in here. And all right, let's switch the location. And in such an extreme case, in reality, you would probably be calling people and departments, hey, we're going to San Bernardino right after lunch break. That's a bit weird, right? So now I switched the location to a San Bernardino Airport, which means I obviously need to extend my company move. Let's maybe do like 2 hours, right, to get all the way to San Bernardino. So as you can see, it has adjusted the times automatically. All right, I have changed the location for our airport set to San Bernardino Airport, and I just hit save, right? And that solves the problem, right? So now we do have a new location. See how quick and easy that was? That's why I actually prefer control over magic. All right, tower to all units. Maintain spacing, trust the new plan. We'll land this day on schedule. And just like that, we're back in the air.
Tower. Old location is back on. They just locked the wrong gate. Director wants Burbank Airport. I repeat.
All right.
Director wants Burbank
Copy
Airport.
that. We
Confirm, please.
resume to the
Hello?
old schedule.
Hello?
If you think that video is useful, please click like and subscribe. And always remember, she works hard for the money.